Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to go over a pretty ridiculous Steam stat that has come out and noted on PC Games and that's gaining some traction right now. It's actually something that I mentioned yesterday in a video where we're talking about the summer sale and it coming up, and particularly people buying games that they never play, which is a legitimate problem. I don't know how much you want to say it's a problem, but so many people have games in their library that they haven't even touched, and you acquire them in a variety of different ways, whether they be on deep discounts, whether they be baked into humble bundles where you have interest in one or two of the games but none of the other games. You get the idea. But in terms of value and how many games that the Steam community has in their libraries that they haven't played, it's quite outrageously high, so we'll talk about that. As noted by Ed Smith over on PC Games N, Steam users have spent $19 billion on games they've never played. Now, you have to assess this stat in a couple of different ways. This is based on new research between PC Games N and Steam ID Finder. Now, I don't know how exactly you're coming up with the 19 billion number, because I don't think you would be able to track, like, the value of these games that are coming from humble bundles, deep discounts on other e-tailers, so on and so forth. But it notes out of all the registered Steam accounts in the world, only 10%, or about 73 million in Steam ID Finder's database, are public. Based on data from those accounts, we calculate that collectively there's around $1.9 billion worth of games that have been purchased and then never even played a single time. Times that by 10 to roughly account for all of the Steam profiles that are not public, and you arrive at 19 billion. Now, that $19 billion is going to have a little bit of room of error. However, the point is, it is an outrageously high number that people have spent. And remember, they're tracking games that people haven't played at all. Realistically, what happens more often than not, and this is applicable to all of my friends, you buy a game, there are tons of times where you play that game for 30 minutes to 30 to 90 minutes. 30 to 90 minutes seems to be the window that a lot of people play the games, and hey, some people will take advantage of the refund window. Some people, keep those games in their library, and 2 weeks go by, and then the opportunity to refund is gone, and they play 45 minutes, and they're like, hey, I like this game. I'll get back to it at some point. Some point being 100 years from now, it ain't getting back to. That's generally what usually happens. I think it's more few and far between that games are literally not played at all, but that happens as well. I know for one of my buddies, like, bro, this dude just jumps from game to game, rarely ever beating any games. I want to say every 10 games he plays, he beats maybe 2 of them. Like 80% of the games, he does this 45 minutes to an hour gimmick, and then he'll just move on to the next game. He is just so much looking for, like, new titles, and yeah, he'll get invested into games here and there that are, that really click with him. Guys, I kid you not, this dude bought Ghost of Tsushima, dropped Ghost of Tsushima after like 45 minutes because he thought the cutscenes were too long. A game at the caliber of Ghost of Tsushima. People like this exist. Like, it bugs me out. Obviously, this dude is like an outlier. Love you, man. If you're watching this video, you probably are. You know, I have a great deal of respect for you. I have more respect for you than my boy that buys the Assassin's Creed double XP boost, and I know you're watching the video as well. But you get the idea. Some people are just crazy, and I ain't excused from this either. Guys, I have games that I bought from the Steam Summer Sale in the year of 2012, and I still have not played them yet. If I go back to my Steam library, there are games that have been bought in, like, legitimately over a decade ago that I haven't played. How insane is that? Like, I'm not excused from doing nonsense like this as well. A lot of those games, again, bought on deep discounts. It's not like I'm buying $60 games and never playing them. That very rarely happens. I don't think that's really ever happened. I'll at least play. If I pay full price for a game, there's a reason I'm paying full price. It's because I want to play it in the immediate future, and it's something I'm really excited about. But even if it's not $19 billion, whatever it is, in terms of games that people don't play and games that people play a very short amount of time, it's a ridiculously high number, and it's really become like, incredibly advantageous for the developers and the publishers of notable titles, where they can capitalize on the dopamine rush that people get from buying games 75% off. And again, I'm not excused from this. I do this as well, and it's not like I'm not harming anyone. I'm only harming my wallet, but that's why I reiterated in my Steam Summer Sale videos and everything like that. Totally okay to skip these sales, guys. How many games do you guys have in your library? Whether it be 2,000 games, 3,000, like somebody commented that they have 2,000 games in their backlog. I don't know if they have 2,000 games. Like, I have well over 1,000 games in my Steam library, but obviously I've finished some of them. But really, the amount that I've finished is a drop in the bucket compared to that entire, entire 1,000+ number. Like, there are so many games that I haven't played, and really, I'm the kind of person that also goes back and plays games multiple times. The titles like Skyrim and Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed 2, even like some of the Tales of titles, the Tomb Raider games, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, Spider-Man, Horizon. Those are games that I complete multiple times, so I'm getting a lot of value out of certain games, but then other games, they just chill in my library forever. And it's not like I am not methodical about tackling my backlog. It's not like I have a list of games and I just go down through them. Different times of the year, I'm fiending for a different game. You know what game, like, I kind of am craving to play right now? Like, Soul Hackers 2. I already beat Soul Hackers 2, but for some reason, I just randomly want to play Soul Hackers 2 again. No rhyme or reason, just something entered my brain, and I'm like, yo, I kind of want to play Soul Hackers 2 again, and I don't know why that is, and, still working my way through the Kingdom Hearts games on Steam. I've beaten all of those games already, but here I am replaying them. It's just how I tackle my backlog isn't I'm going down this list. This backlog is never going to be finished, and I think we are all somewhat have fallen to the idea of just buying games that are heavily discounted and then either playing them a little bit or never playing them whatsoever. But yeah, it's something that I have tried to do lesser and lesser, but if you're just getting into PC gaming and you see like the wave of deals, you see some of those humble bundles, it's insane. And again, you really can't quantify how many of those games, at least I don't think you can, when you just redeem a key. There's no way to know, like, what a person spent on a game if it was redeemed via a Humble Bundle and you're valuing that at $60. Let's say you just got Yakuza Like a Dragon and you haven't played it yet from the Humble Bundle last month. Well, that game's MSRP is still $60. So are you valuing that at $60, or are you going with the lowest price it's been on Steam? Even then, the lowest price it's been on Steam is $12, and it was just a part of a bundle that was $12. So there is obviously a lot of room for error when it comes to this 19 billion number, at least I would assume. But also, I do think people underestimate, obviously, you guys watching my videos, we cover deals and everything like that. You guys are well aware about the Green Man Gamings and all of these different platforms, Humble Bundle, Games Plan, and so on and so forth, that you can buy a wide variety of games at a cheaper price point. Sure, but I think you guys would be surprised on how many people just exclusively do their game buying on Steam. And I don't know how much this tracks, but whenever I upload videos going over deals, the videos that I upload only looking at the Steam deals only available, that are directly available on Steam, I should say, always perform better from a view standpoint than when I talk about other e-tailers. I do think there's something to that of people wanting to buy their games directly from Steam. I just think some people are conditioned to do that and they want to continue doing that, and if you want to, more power to you. But I also do think that people do buy a lot of stuff on Steam and then, $5, $10 here, $5, $10 there, you have massive big library, you don't get to any of it, and suddenly your backlog is well over 200 games, and I think 200 is honestly a little bit of a conservative number, but that'll do it for me. Just an interesting note to look at, and I think this is applicable to so many of you guys, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and be open and honest. How many of you guys have a ridiculous backlog, or what is the oldest game that you've planned to play and you bought? You bought with money on Steam that you still haven't gotten to. Has it been a decade? I know for me it's been over a decade with some of these titles that I did want to play, and I still do want to play them, but there's just so many games to play and so little time. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.